What is up, everybody? Jonathan back here on Team Sardegna Forestry, and I'm really starting to like this map. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool at first, but now it's really cool. I've done a couple of different things though since the last episode, and I added these Western Star trucks by Serious Mods. Um, I was watching something that he did about adding dirt to models, and I just thought that he would do a pretty good job. And this truck, it's I don't know, it's a little bit over the top, a bit, but I mean, this map's really muddy, so can't fault him too much. But I mean, come on, mud on the visor, mud on the top of the hood, top of the cab. I don't know, I think that's a bit much, but anyway, well, it is what it is. Now, the other neat thing about this setup here that I've got, let me hop out of this truck, is I found this Pitts log trailer, and it's what I would typically see around where I live. Now, it may not have that headache rack thing right there, but this looks a lot like log trailers that I see around where I live, but only this one does not get dirty. I think the tires, well, no, I don't even think the tires are getting dirty. So that's kind of a bummer, because it would be kind of neat if it got dirty. Let's see. One other thing to show you real quick before we get started is I added the crane loader by FDR up here to the this area here, because well, I just don't like using the. Wait a minute. Why is the crane back? Sorry, got sidetracked. I moved the crane. I don't know why it ended up back there. But anyway, I had to drive this crane loader by FDR all the way down here to the sawmill. So you can see where the yellow dots are kind of to the right of the map above that bluish area, the little river pond looking thing. That's our home base. I had to drive it all the way down to where the green dots flashed in the bottom left hand corner. It took me about 15 or so minutes to drive all the way down there, because I tried putting it on FDR's low loader trailer, and it just wouldn't work. In fact, I tried a couple of different times, and it just wouldn't work for me. So I'm trying to let's see. Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of. That thing was gonna. It's really tight in here. I almost wish that this crane thing wasn't even here. That's a bummer that it's staying right there. I wonder if I could put the crane loader maybe about here, drive the truck in front of it, and then just swing the logs around. I bet that'd work. I'm gonna try that, because that seems to be. Oops. In fact, I'll kind of get a little bit closer to this beam, so it gives me plenty of room to swing the logs around. I just don't like using that in-game crane thing right there. I don't like the controls. I've even got them mapped on my joy to keys, so I can use them a little bit better with my dual joysticks, but I just don't like the controls. Now, if this doesn't work, we can always move the crane loader down into the other end of these train cars, because all these train cars is where you sell your logs. But anyway, so we'll just deal with that later. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Alright, so I did play a little bit last night trying to get this landing opened up a little bit more, and I did, kind of get it opened up somewhat. So we can skid our logs over here towards the processor, which I think I'm going to move the processor down just a little bit more in a little bit. But what I want to do right now is we need to get some more trees cut so we can get a few more of this area opened up. So I'm going to see if I can't track it back over this way, and when we get these trees that are on the ground right here out of the way, we should be able to come back and get these other ones that are right here to the right in front of us. These trees are on the ground. I can't see the bottom of the tree to be able to cut it. And my joystick, my left joystick, I bought it used, and it's kind of gotten to where it wants to not stay centered. That's why my boom's way up in the air. Maybe one of these days I'll invest in another joystick to match the new one I bought. Of course it doesn't want to cut. And let's see, I think I want to put them right over here. Yeah, these trees are awfully heavy. FDR Logging, they modified this fellow buncher to work with the trees that he made, and his trees are a lot lighter. So, oh boy. There we go. I guess that'll work. Yeah, these trees are awfully heavy, and the other bad thing about these trees is you kind of gotta cut them awfully high. See, I got some of these high stumps. I was trying to get rid of them. Seems like the trees just don't want to cut really low to the ground. That one didn't do too bad, but some of these just won't cut unless you cut them high. Like I said, they're awfully heavy, and so they want to try to tip over your machine. Still too high. But yeah, I really am liking this map. I like this little swampy area that we started off in. I thought it'd be kind of neat with all the mud and the kind of swampy area. I may just have to go in my Windows game controller settings and recalibrate this joystick. It probably needs it. I haven't done it in a while. It does seem to help whenever you recalibrate it. Okay, I think I'm going to start us a new pile. So we've already got one tree right over this area. I think I'm going to try to throw it down right over there. Yeah, I think also it's possible I may be switching grapple loaders also for loading the trucks, because these trees are pretty heavy, and like I said, FDR has modified his machines to work with the trees that he made. So with these trees being a lot heavier, it just doesn't work very well. So I may experiment with some different grapple loaders to see what works better. There's a few out there. I've got probably 3 or 4 different ones. I got FDR, I've got some Caterpillar, at least one Caterpillar one. At one point I had a Tiger Cat by Cabs Modding, but I'm not sure where that went off to. I may see if I still have it in my backup files. So I really did like that grapple loader, but for some reason I switched back to the FDR one. Probably because I was on Pacific Inlet, and that grapple loader just seemed to work well with those trees. Start me another pile over in this area. You just kind of gotta go slow and steady with these trees. You don't want to overdo it. Tip your machine over. Got in here too tight with these two. Yeah, I think I've pretty much decided just to keep on going with this channel. I was considering at one point possibly, leaving the channel active, but not making any more videos because of the new YouTube policies that's coming out pretty soon. But I enjoy doing it, so I'm just gonna keep on going. But I would really like to try to get the 1,000 subscribers. So if y'all can help me out by telling all your friends and family to come check out the channel and subscribe to me, because like I said, YouTube's changing their policy about mid-February, where you have to have so many watch hours per month, and or is it per year? I don't remember now. Anyway, then you gotta have 1,000 subscribers, which that's my main hurdle, is the 1,000 subscribers, because I feel like I've probably got the views, the watch hours, but just not, I don't have the 1,000 subscribers. I got a long ways to go to get there. And then of course there's also the Patreon page I've got set up that will help me. Oh, come on now. That will help me out a lot. And there's a link in the video description below where you can get to my Patreon page to help out there. You know, if you can do a couple of dollars a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever, that would certainly help me out. Well, these trees just do not want to cooperate. Oh, okay, there's a cliff right there. Okay, I didn't notice that. Come on, let go. I was wondering why those trees weren't cooperating, but I didn't realize there was a cliff there. Of course, these good old Farming Simulator 17 trees are like steel rods. They just have no give to them whatsoever. Yeah, YouTube is really going to make it hard on folks that are just starting up a channel or have a small channel like mine with, you know, still 700 and some odd subscribers to go to get to the 1,000. That's gonna really deter folks from starting up a YouTube channel, I do believe. Oh, guess it would help to turn the saw on. Alright, this is interesting. Wow. Somehow got turned around. Wrong button. Alright, we'll just cut a few more trees and then we'll get busy doing some skidding and processing and see if we can't get us a load delivered today. Shouldn't have any problem. These trees they fill up a truck pretty fast. Pretty good sized trees. Alright, just park our fellow buncher out of the way somewhere over here. And we'll hop in our skidder and see if we can't get us a couple logs drug up. That's interesting. Where'd all the logs go? I had at least 4 or 5 of them there. I thought I'd try out this strap thing and all the logs disappeared. Maybe they're all in there. That's weird. They are in there. Oh, that's interesting. You know, I was looking at one of the mod sites, and they were talking about this skidder had had it to where you could use the strap, and the strap would rotate with the logs. I hadn't tried that out, so I thought I'd give that a shot, and it looks like it's going to work pretty good. Sure wish this fog would lift. It sure is dark over here. Alright, let's see if we can't get these processed, 'cause I don't want to get too big of a pile and then there we go. Get too big of a pile and then we got all a huge pile of logs to deal with. Sometimes this thing just won't cut. I don't know what's going on. I don't get it. And when it does cut, sometimes it doesn't cut it off. Weird. stumps are bad. The skidder should have enough ground clearance to get over them. I don't think that did anything. Huh. Hung on something. Yeah, I've just gotten spoiled, I guess, using the cable skidder. I thought I'd try out the grapple skidder. I don't know, it's kind of fun, but it's just tedious, because, I mean, you know, with a normal grapple skidder in real life, you can squeeze the logs, and those tiger cats, and maybe some of the others, but they have it to where whenever you clamp down on the logs, it holds tension. It keeps adding tension, because as you move, the logs will shift, and you know, if you don't hold tension on them, they'll slip out. So they've got them now to where it just automatically puts tension on them. So that'd be kind of nice for the game, but you know, a little hard to do when the trees, you can't squeeze them. And it's possible I may get tired of this grapple skidder and go back to the cable skidder. We'll see. And I may even switch to the Tiger Cat 635 and try that. I don't know. Seems to have a bit bigger grapple. Sure wish I could do something with this floating stump over here. If anybody knows how to get rid of that, let me know. There may be a way to attach a stump grinder to a machine or something with a boom on it, and then, you know, get rid of it. But that sure is in the way. Not that I really need to be there anyway. I can move over some. I can move over here to about the other side of this pile, and then move my grapple loader just about a track width over this way. But anyway, let's get some of this cleaned up a bit. Oh, what did I do with my tractor? There it is. Oh, that's right. This one was full. I was on my way to go dump this, so let's take care of that real quick. We'll come back and get all the little pieces cleaned up and the wood chips cleaned up, and then we'll see if we can't get a few more trees to make us a load. I guess it's still a bit early in the morning. It's 8:47 in the game, so maybe when it gets on up about 9:30, 10 o'clock, all this fog will burn off. Quite a bit of wood chips still left in the wood chipper. Alright, let's see how loading this truck goes. Like I said, this grapple loader is more suited for some different kind of trees, and you got to be real careful loading these things. Oh, it's not going to start this stuff again, is it? I thought we were all over this. Back when I first started playing this, it wanted to, trees all wanted to jump out of there, but maybe I'm so used to the FDR stuff. Good grief, what a mess. See, the FDR trees don't do this. Wow, what a disaster. Hmm. Alright, so I guess I gotta get them in there just perfect. Otherwise, they're gonna start jumping all around everywhere. That sucks. Yeah, I've gotten so used to FDR's trees and trailer that maybe it's the trailer, I don't know, but for one thing, that tree is not even in the trailer. Well, I was hoping to kind of get away from all the FDR stuff, but maybe I need to go back to it. I don't know. This isn't working out too well. I can't really see what I'm doing to even load this stuff properly. Well, this is a mess. I think I got my truck positioned wrong. I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, I still didn't get it in the trailer. Golly. What a mess. I don't think this is even going to work. These trees, they want to bounce around too much, and I think if I load it the way I'm going, I'm just headed for same thing happened a minute ago. Yeah, I can't see what I'm doing. I can't see the uprights over there on that left-hand side anymore. I think I've just got my trailer positioned wrong. Scared to put too many more logs in there. I'm afraid it's gonna bounce out like they were doing earlier. Look, that one's not even on there. Golly. Terrible. That is terrible. I'm gonna try a different trailer position next time, see if that helps. That's awful. Trees all over the road. Just a big mess. Trying to drag a tree back here. Ah, what a disaster. This is a mess. See where I'm going? Well, these trees just, they don't operate exactly right, or maybe it's this equipment. I don't know. I think it's the FDR equipment. They're just not set up for this type of tree, I think. Alright, come on. Tree over there, trees hanging off the truck. What a mess. I don't know about that. That's not working out too good. Yeah, I think it's the equipment. I think it's FDR's crane loader. It's just not designed for these trees. because like I said, he optimized his trees to work with his maps and his equipment to work with those specific types of trees. So I think that's probably what's going on here. So I think I may just be out of luck with trying to use FDR stuff with this map. Oh well, we'll get it figured out. I'll have to, well, maybe I could do like a front end loader or something. I don't know. I'll see what I can do in the in-between maps. And I'm not so certain about this trailer anymore either with these trees. The FDR trailer did seem to handle these trees a little better. We'll use the FDR one next time and maybe compare the two and see which one I like better. I just don't think it's this trailer's. I like it, but I just don't know if it's going to work out. I sure wish this road was wider. This is kind of ridiculous. Alright, so we'll try out the FDR or log trailer next time and see. I think this one's going to work out better. Although I really do like that Pitts log trailer. Yep, so we'll get all this cleaned up, and I think I am going to move the grapple loader down maybe to about right here or so, and then that'll get that floating stump out of the way of the processor and the skidders trying to get it pulled up. Yeah, we'll keep playing around. I'd like to you know, continue using the cat skidder possibly. I may try one of the Tiger Cats I have. I've got a 620 and I've got the 635. The 635 would be cool, but I don't know. I just we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I may switch grapple loaders. I'll play with that too. I'll create me a new game save for Team Sardegna map and kind of play around a bit with the grapple loaders I've got, see what works best. The processor's okay. It handles them pretty good. I've got a couple of those I can try too, but yeah, I'll have to get some of these stumps ground up and get some of the stuff out of the way and free up the area a bit. Anyway, we'll see you next time on Team Sardegna map. This is Jonathan. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching.